Leading operator shows number 26 with second base, Brady King.
Hi everybody, welcome to Rockford Field. It is this Wednesday, late afternoon. Matchup of your Super Bowl Christian Chargers versus the West Central Trojans. Here's the first pitch.
First pitch is at 5:27, 69 degrees.
Hey, now, what are you doing, buddy?
This is for Alright, well here's the 2-0 from Jake. Set at third, Brooks Clapp at short, Will Fotion over at second, Peterson at first base. Number 2 is taking the outside part of the plate. Field is Adam Moore, Tate Connell, and I'm not sure who's being right. And that one is way outside the plate. So it's going to run the count here full. Not much breeze here as that running out there. It's barely moving. There's the payoff that's fouled back into the chest protector of the catcher.
Good pitch.
3 and 2 again.
Number 11, center fielder, Ben Moore.
number two hitter. Man, that's going to mess at 1-1. Takes a long way with the runner. Leave the throw over, the fake throw over anyway. Runner dives back. Ego's going to come down and talk to his. I was thinking country, huh? Not sure what the conversation is now. Alright, well, we'll do 1-1 conference run. Better not see that.
Just a reminder, please return all foul balls to the concession stands for a nice treatment. With the pitcher number 15, Leonard.
One out, one on. Better out since it's got to go to West Central. But I'm doing the pitching today for the Trojans. He's fouled out of play. Gunner's going to go too hole here. Jake
with the shortstop, number 25, Peterson.
25. Clean up for the Trojans. Long look over the face for Jake. There's a chopper. Brooks waistboard on 2 bounces. Gloves. Throws over. Pete stretching and gets him. Oh, got him on the leg. Oh. Coach Corset's out asking the exact same thing. Ball pulled Pete off the bag, got him on the leg with the glove. So, yeah, that's what I call it.
The end of the first.
No hits, one runner left.
So, Sioux Falls Christian coming back.
Sioux Falls Christian Chargers coming up.
So we appreciate our sponsors from Sioux Falls Christian. Leading off for the Chargers is shortstop number 7, Brooks Clapp. center fielder, number 4, Tate Connell. Just a reminder, please return all foul balls to the concession stands for nice treatment.
Curveball gets away from the catcher. Tate running down to first, and he is
Now batting the first baseman, number 20, Pete Sam.
So let's bring up Pete here. Pete at first today.
A little drier tonight.
There's some new plays on that. I was in the batter's box.
Oh, you're good.
Foul back into the netting. Steve was able just to get a piece of that. Could have been a change up. Either way, you're the 1-2 hold plus time.
After the hit by the pitch, brings to the plate. Left fielder, number 25, Harrison Nickel.
So this season. And that's going to bring up their Nichols. This is line outside. Ball gets away from the catcher. He's going to take at least one base and take ground on second. This is outside. So here you have your 2-0. DK on set. Just missed it. The area had to 3-1. Second, 3-1 count. We're carrying 2 outs. 2 in the first.
number 12, Dylan Connect.
Very shallow, the deepest one. Big gap right in the center. Straight away the other way. Let all this time outside. Nice fall back into the heading. The last two pitches better hasn't had second. They extend that lead a little bit to make sure he's firm in the circle.
Dylan, you got it?
1-2 hole here. Ready to run. This is outside and stop my catcher sliding into the left-handed batter's box to get that one. Top of the second, tied at 0. Alright, we'll head to the second here. It's the outside part of the plate. Jake misses low. 2-1 count here. Number 13 for the Trojans. By Jake. Just missed high. Love to see Dylan frame that just a little bit better being called because it was borderline. There's his third of the day. Bring up number 8. This is outside. Jake behind here, 2-1.
Right place.
Just to run it full, that one just missed.
Fielder number 4, Jeff Harder.
Oh, he's been calling out both ways. We will definitely take so 2 up, 2 out via the K here in the second. And that will bring up number 4.
The neighborhood.
Way outside, and Jake's up pulls it. DK out of the garage. Comes back. Ooh, just missed inside. Comes back inside. And behind here, 3-0. The outside part of the extended. I've seen a lot. Ball strikes on the inside part of the plate. Next foul on the play, so Jake's batting on the count. That's a tall kid, too. That is going to be he just looks at the pipe fastball. high. What's it? Just guys on via the walk so far have not given any kind of indication that they were willing to steal.
Yeah, that's true. When are they going to clean that up?
This road, second structure. So Jake retired 5-3.
Ready, Jake? Here we go.
Now it's with 3-1. 22. That one was size. That's going to bring out Coach Connor for a chat. Jake was cruising, getting the two first guys via the K. And now it's kind of struggled to find his command and has walked back-to-back batters. Number 18 steps in for West Memphis. This is outside. Big lead down the center. Massive lead. That misses outside. Somebody needs to hold that runner on a little better than second base. Fastball in there for strike one.
Second baseman number 26, Hayes Haynes.
Top of the lineup for West Central.
Here we go, Jake. Get swinging. Let's go, Jake.
Riding this out, probably get this guy out without giving up any damage. Oh, great stop. Bounced and the batter's box. He's backhanded that ball to save a run. That units account out 1-1. rocks on it, gloves it, rocks and fires. So Jake Humble gets out of a jam as Weston leaves 3. No hits left at the bottom of the 7th. Chargers coming out 0-0 ball game.
Leading off for the Chargers, the right fielder, number 22, Abbott Bowler.
That ball misses outside. Ooh, check the swing. It's straight. Straight to the exact same spot. This is high. I'm going to count that 2-2. Here's 2-2. Now it's going to get run up on strike 3.
The third baseman, number 14, Hayden, your set.
That is a chocolate foul. Chocolate foul for 8%. Bounces in there, so that's an even kind of 1 and 1 to 8.
Don't say that.
Deep to center, going back, still going back to center fielder.
Batting the designated hitter, number 3, Trey Hitter.
Ball misses outside. Trey working the count here. Quick balls. Top of the order on deck. That ball is Trey ahead here, 3-0.
Okay.
Wisely takes if he looks at Mike fastball. There's a 3-1 count here to Trey. There's a hard ground off the middle. Back in, that's what he threw.
Second baseman number 10, Will.
Without a hit. Singles to 7. So that'll bring up Brooks. See if we can get something going here with 2 out. That's a home straight. Oh, this is Will, it's not Will. Will's going to strike because that's my plan.
Go lawn and landscape. Fine enough drainage and excavation. 2-2 roughing. Fine machinery. Thank you for
I'll do it for your Chargers. Will strikes out here to the third. Tied at 0. And that is a single out to right.
pitcher number 15, Gunnar Elson.
So that'll bring up Gunnar here. So Gunnar scores on the bunt, and he pops that one up. Gets the sign here. Short lead at first, Gunner's going to squirt around to bunt. Hayden Gorsett already halfway there. Pulls back and looks at strike 2. So a foul pop back and a piped fastball for strike 2. And a curveball from Jake misses high. Misses way outside there for ball 2. So an RBI double from Gunnar Alfson, and that's going to give West Central the lead 1-0 after back-to-back hits. So nobody out, runner on second. And Jake misses outside for ball 1. That is fouled, out of play, and probably just hit a vehicle. So it evens the count at 1-1. Jake taking his time at the mound. Rocks and fires, big hack, big swing and miss. Big swing and miss, and Jake gets a much-needed strikeout on back-to-back high fastballs. So 1 down here. Ooh, he thought about swinging, and that ball misses outside. Called strike 1. So Jake here evens the count at 1-1. Big swing and a miss over a fastball on the inside part. So Jake ahead here, 1-2. Gunnar Alson still down, and now we got a pinch runner for Gunnar down at second. that ball misses way, way high. So here's the 2-2. In there for strike 3. And Jake, after back-to-back hits, has come back with back-to-back strikeouts. It's going to bring up number 8 for West Central. Oh, thought about checking his swing. Oh, umpire in the field, they appeal. Said he went. Jake bounces one in there, and that's going to even the count at 1-1. In there for strike 2. I mean, it's off the plate, but it's been a strike all day long. And take something off there, and after back-to-back hits to start, the score's 1. Jake Humble comes back to strikeout 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd with your Chargers now trailing 1-0. That's 1-2. Test 1-2. All right, top of the order coming up here in the 3rd. And that's going to bring up Brooks Clapp. There's a chopper, slow rollers, shortstop, 2 hops, gloves, throws, and he is out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 3rd for your Chargers. It's going to bring up Tate Connell, followed by Pete Sam. Curveball in there for strike number 1. And that's strike 2. 2 quick strikes here on Tate. That
misses high and inside. As Tate ducks out of the way of that one. And that is curveball, and that is strike number 3. So back-to-back strikeouts to start the third. It has been a struggle this week for base runners. Pete Samp has been on twice this week via the hit batsman. And looks at strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. And the exact same pitch, exact same location. Here's the 0-2. That ball misses just off the plate. He's going to step out here and think about it. All the base runners today for your Chargers have all been with 2 outs. Not even really giving anybody a chance to even move some runners over or anything. There's a fly ball. That is into no man's land. Going out is the shortstop, ranging back into fair territory. And that is going to be a bloop double for Pete Samp. And yet another 2-out runner for your Chargers. And Harry Nichols is going to come up again here with a runner on second and 2 out. Looking to tie this game here. As your Chargers collect their second hit of the game. And a third would definitely tie this game at 1 if Harry can find a way to drive a ball. Once again, outfield playing very shallow for Harry, who's got a ton of power. And he looks at ball 1 high. That is popped foul out of play. Harry's not happy with himself as he knows he just missed one. I think that's a pitch that Harry wants back because he knows he probably could have done something with it. Here's the 1-1. Misses way outside. So 2-1 count. DK on deck if Harry can find a way on. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Oh, backhanded, smothered, and Harry's going to have himself, I don't know if they're going to score that a hit or an error, but either way, he's going to be on base, and we got the exact same situation as the first inning. DK coming up here with 2 out and runners on first and second. The balls have been put in play this inning by Pete and by Harry. We'll see if DK can find a hole here to tie this game up. DK looks at a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Waited on that curveball. Ooh, I think he just hit somebody down in that West Central dugout. Is that one hop that skipped into the dugout there, but I think everybody's okay as the ball comes flying into Coach Gorsett. Bad news is Dylan's in an 0-2 hole here and really going to have to protect to try and keep this inning alive for Evan Mueller. That ball misses just high and probably just enough outside. So 1-2 the count. And Dylan swings through a curveball, and that will do it for your Chargers in the third. They leave two, a couple hits, but nothing to show for it, and we'll head to the fourth. And your Chargers still down 1-0. All right, that's going to bring up number 4 here for West Central. Number 4 leads off here in the fourth. Swing and a miss. I think he fouled off the end of the bat. That comes back and hits DK. That bounced in there and hit DK off the mat. So DK taking some bullets back there. One from his pitcher and one from the batter. And either way, the count is 1-1. Jake misses outside and low. Here's the 2-1. Just missed outside. Both pitchers have been just kind of living there way on that white in that left-handed batter's box, which has been a strike all day. And that one gets away from DK, and that is a leadoff walk. So 22 is going to step in here for the Trojans. Runner at first. Showing bunt. Hayden Gorsett already there. Reaches out and pokes it. Jake gloves, and they're going to get him by a step. As Pete covers, they get the job done and moves the runner over. Little confusion there between Dylan and Jake on who should have fielded that ball. Probably would have let DK field it because he had a better angle his momentum was taking him towards first base. Probably would have been probably wouldn't have been a close play had Dylan got it. But either way, get it out. Runner at second as number 18 looks at strike one from Humple. Here's the 0-1. Poof, missed high. I'm going to assume. In there for strike 2 at the knees, right over the heart of the plate. Strikeout here would be great. Oof. Just because he jumps out of the way doesn't mean it's not a strike, but either way, it's called a ball. So 2-2 count here. There's a ground ball in the hole. Brooks backhands, gloves, long throw over, stretch by Pete, and they get the runner. That's a nice play by Brooks. And a nice stretch by Pete. So that's going to make 2 outs here in the 4th. Runner is going to move up, though. 90 feet, so... Runner at 3rd, top of the order up here. Jake trying to get out of a jam here. Ooh. I can only assume that missed low because that caught every part of everything that's been a strikeout that far. Jake misses high and inside. So Jake behind 2-0 to number 26. In there for strike 1. If I'm Jake, I just got to live out there. There's a swing and a miss. And that's a good pitch. I think if Jake works just a little bit further out, he should be able to get him out on that outside part of the plate, extended via the K. He went back to it. He just missed a spot because he missed high. So full count here now. Got to get this batter here. And then, oh my, he said it's out. Oh, man, that's tough. That's exactly where Jake wanted that pitch, and that's exactly where I told him to put it. Just does not get the call, and that is... And Coach Connor is going to come out and have a conversation with Dylan, probably about how they want to handle here. Runners on the corners, 2 out. All right, conference at the mound's over. DK, Hayden, and Jake having a conversation about making sure everybody's on the same page here. So 2 out, runners on the corners, top of the 4th. Number 11 coming up here for West Central, who singled in his last at bat. not going, and the runner looks to strike one. DK's got to be a wall behind the plate. If Jake has bounced a couple in there, DK needs to keep those in front of him. With a runner at third here, and runs kind of beaming at a premium the last couple games. Misses inside. That evens the count at 1-1. Good stop. As that one misses low and outside. So Jake behind here, 2-1. Gunnar Alfson on deck. And there's a chopper foul. Just missed the line. But that evens the count at 2-2. Runner goes. Oh, no, it comes back, but that is ball 3. So full count now here. Runners goes, and he looks at strike 3, and that is a massive strikeout from Jake Humpel. And West Central leaves 2, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 game. All right, Abbott Moeller going to lead off here for your Chargers in the 4th. Followed by Hayden Gorsett and Trey Pater. See if Abbott can get something going here. We don't have to wait for 2 out. There's a slow roller up the line, and it's going to be foul. Oh, I think that's a mistake by the first baseman, as he was waiting for that to roll to him. If he goes out and attacks it, that's an easy out. Either way, it's a foul ball. Let's see if Abbott can make him pay for that mistake. that's a routine out. All the first baseman has to do is come up the line, grab it, and tag Abbott. Let's see if Abbott can make him pay. And he swings over top of a curveball and is behind 0-2. There's a line drive to center. Coming in is the center fielder and makes the catch on the run. And that's a hard hit out for Abbott Moeller. Let's go bring up Hayden Gorsett here. Hayden looks at strike one on the outside part of the plate. These guys got to start attacking that first pitch fastball. As that curveball misses way outside to even the count at 1-1. That ball misses way inside. Hayden has to jump out of the way. So Hayden ahead here, 2-1. That ball misses outside. So Hayden in the 3-1 count here with Trey on deck. Ooh, I thought that was a little low, and so did Hayden. And that's going to be a full count here. All right, here's the payoff pitch to Hayden. That misses low and outside, and that is going to be a 1-out walk. So we're going to get a base runner for the first time today with less than 2 out. And Trey Pater, who had the first hit of the day, let's say the first hit of the week for your Christian Chargers. Let's see if we can add another one to the box score as Hayden takes a lead at first. Ball misses inside to Trey. It's Will on deck. Ooh, big hack from Trey. I think he swung at ball 2. And either way, that evens the count at 1-1. Hayden has the lead at first. Ball misses, curveball misses outside. Gunner taking a long time on that pitch to come home. Wanted to make sure Hayden's not stealing, but they know each other really well. I can't imagine Gunner thinks he's going to steal. That is strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. Here's a 2-2 to Trey. There's a ground ball to Gunner. To second to 1, over to first for 2. And that is a double play, and that will do it for your Chargers in the 4th. They finally get a runner on with only 1 out and roll into a double play. So we will head to the 5th, and your Chargers still down 1-0. All right, Gunnar Allison set to lead off for the Trojans here in the 5th. He has the only RBI of this game so far. And Jake misses way outside for ball 1. Same pitch, same result. To Jake behind here as he's working way away here from Gunnar. And that ball misses up. So 3 straight pitches, 3 straight balls. That's in there for strike 1 to Gunnar, who was taken the whole way. That's in there for 2. So Jake battling back to run the count full. Be nice to retire the leadoff hitter here. That is driven down the right field line and foul. That ball kept carrying. Looked like it was going to be in play for a little while, and that was a long run out there in right for. Oh, that's Abbott Moeller in right. So Harry Nichols in left. So we will do 3 and 2 again. That's driven deep down the left field line. Going back on it is Harry, and at the warning track as he touches the wall, makes the catch, and that is a long out. A very, very long out. And that's going to bring out Mike. And if Coach Dorsett's coming out, I'm going to assume we're going to have a pitching change. That's going to be it for Hump as he goes 4 1/3 and gives up 1 run. And I have yet to see who's coming in. Looks like it's going to be okay. So we're going to have Pete Samp coming in to pitch, and Trey Hayter is going to come in to play first. So we'll be back here in a couple minutes. All right. Pete Samp in on the pitching change. Trey Payer goes over to first. Pete misses low for ball one. DK needs to set up and give him just a little bit higher target here because he's missed low on the first two. So here's the 2-0. And that's where Pete needs to live. Finally found the magic spot. The white in the other batter's box. So 2-1 here. And that bounced in there, and Pete is behind here, 3-1. That should never strike two, as the batter thought that was ball four as he took a step towards first and gets called back. So Pete's battle back here to run it full. And swing and a miss, and one batter for Pete Samp, and he gets him retired via the K. And that is the second out here in the fifth. That's going to bring up number 13.
We got like 3 or 4 right now.
Oh, it's a good curveball. I don't know where that missed. I'm going to guess low. Looked pretty good here from the air-conditioned press box. Swing and a miss at a fastball for strike one. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. So Pete ahead here, 1-2. And batter did something to his knee. He's holding his knee. He's in some pain. He's going down. I don't know what exactly happened. If he took a swing and just rolled an ankle or twisted a knee or what happened there. That's just kind of a freak thing as he's holding maybe his calf or his ankle. Coach Devin in there to check on his player. Hopefully it was just a cramp. Devo tell him to just, hey, run it out, take some steps, swing the bat. It does look like in each batter's box there is a section of newly replaced turf there, as well as like where the umpire stands. So I don't know if he caught his cleat or something in there. Well, that could have been because that's right where his lead leg is. Either way, it's 1-2. And there's a curveball and swings over top, and that is 2 batters for Pete Samp, and he gets 2 Ks. So we'll head to the bottom of the fifth, and still 1-0 game. So we're going to have a pitching change here for West Central as well, as number 25 is going to come in and pitch. So Will's going to lead off here in the 5th. And then the top of our order coming up. And Will looks at strike 1. There's a ground ball foul. I think he double hit that actually. Luckily it only counts as 1 strike. As he fouled it into the batter's box, popped up, and then he tapped it again with his bat. So Will in an 0-2 hole to start inning number 5. Your Chargers, whose bats had been on fire the first week of the season, after a 2-week layoff, it has been very tough going here, and hits at a very premium along with base runners as Will fouls that off to stay alive as the catcher can't hold on to it. Still 0-2, and that curveball misses inside. Bring the count to 1-2. It's really tough after a 2-week layoff to come out and just try and rip some balls. And that ball bounces in there, as evident by the 11 innings plus we've played this week to only have 2 hits. So that ball misses high and outside, so Will's worked this count full. Oh, it'd be nice to have a base runner on to start the inning with the top of the order coming up. Will's got to stay disciplined here and find a way on. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Gunner gloves, throws high and caught by the first baseman, and Will is retired for the first out of the 5th. So a hard hit ball, unfortunately, was right at the shortstop as Gunnar Allison goes from the pitching mound to the shortstop position. And that'll bring up Brooks, and he looks at strike 1. There's a ground ball. It's in the hole. Oh, and covering his second baseman gets there. Too hot bouncer grabs it, and Brooks is retired. So 2 out now, and Tate Connell coming up. That is a high ball. Coming in as the right fielder, keeps coming in and makes the catch. Could have been more than, let's call it 9 pitches that inning, and your Chargers go down in order. So we'll head to the top of the 6th. Your Chargers still down 1-0. All right, number 8 going to lead off here for the Trojans in the 6th. Pete Sam back out there in his 2/3 of an inning in the 5th. And number 8 takes a ball high for ball 1. Oh, curveball looked probably too good, and that's why it was called a ball. I thought that broke over right over the heart of the plate. So Pete behind here, 2-0. Ooh, that's called a strike. I do not agree with that, but we'll take it. That ball just got away from DK. That was well inside, but either way, it's 2-1. And that is strike 2 as Pete paints the white part of the batter's box. Oh, come on. Man, that was a great curveball by Pete Sam. And just because the guy ducks doesn't mean it doesn't cover the plate. So full count now. Man, oh man. That is a fly ball to center. Coming in is Abbott, and it's going to drop in front of him. Will was going out. Will and Tate, or Abbott and Tate were coming in, and that just kind of fell in between all three of them. And that is a leadoff single here in the 6th for the Trojans. And we'll bring up number 4. Swing and a miss. Both catchers untested today, as no base runners have yet to attempt to steal. Throw over to Pete, and that's going to get away from Trey, and that is going to roll to the fence. And that is going to be an error there. That's going to put a runner on second, nobody out. Just can't make that mistake. I think it was a bad throw by Pete, as it was low. You got to get that up, give your first baseman a chance. That's a curveball in there for strike 2. So that's a good answer by Pete. Here's the 0-2. That ball gets away from DK, and runner's going to move up another 90 feet. So we keep giving free bases away by not being able to catch the ball. So runner at third, nobody out. It's a 1-2 count here. And the runner gets rung up on strike number 3. Infield in, trying to cut down the runner coming home at third. In there for strike number 1. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. So Pete ahead here, 0-2. Man, a punch out here would be absolutely massive. Pete's got to keep that curveball out of the dirt, though, and help his catcher out. That ball just missed low for ball 1. That is driven into the gap, and that is out of the way to reach a Tate Connell. And that is going to be an RBI single as the runner comes up lame, holding his hamstring. At first base. And that was an easy double, but he was hobbling coming out of the box. That was a very long single. And unfortunately, it's going to put an insurance run on the board for West Central. Both coaches for West Central over at first base, checking on his player. I gotta believe it was just a hamstring cramp. Although he did right on the box and going around first, he just really favoring that leg. Yeah, he is really hobbling. He is struggling to walk. So we're going to get a pinch runner. Well, that's too bad. It looks like we'll have number 27 coming out to take his spot. And that is a big insurance run for the Trojans, with your Chargers unable to do anything this week so far with getting some guys to cross home plate. So that's going to bring up number 18 here. Quick pitch, ball 1. That's over the outside part of the plate for strike number 1. Top of the order on deck for the Trojans. Ball misses low. DK able to block it and keep it in front of him. Here's the 2-1 short lead. That ball misses high. So Pete behind here 3-1 to the number 9 hitter. That's in there for strike 2. That is fouled back and out of play. So we're going to do it again. There's 3-2 again, and Pete sails that one way high, and that's going to be a 1-out walk. That's going to bring out Coach Corset. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. So we will be back. Jackson McCulley is going to come in and pitch for your Chargers, and then Pete is going to slide back over to first base and take over for Trey Pater. So Trey's going to come in with 1 out here in the 6th. He inherited runners here at first and second, and he's going to be facing the top of the order. We are ready. So Jackson McCulley in a tough spot here in the 6th. And number 26 is going to step in here for the Trojans. Jackson steps off. Pete playing in at first, possibly expecting a bunt. Hayden back, trying to force out at third. And Jackson sails one high to the West Central leadoff hitter. That's off Dylan's foot, and the runners are going to move up 90 feet. And now that's going to bring the whole infield in, trying not to allow any more runs on the board. So Jackson behind 2-0. That is a fly ball deep into the corner and out of the reach of Abbott Moeller, and that is going to be a foul ball as he slides head first going into the fence, and the ball one hops the fence out of play down the right field line. So a long strike. There's a ground ball. Will coming home, fires, and he is out. That is a pinpoint throw by Will Foch. And they are going to try and play the Little League game of we're going to balance in between first and second. That's a great play by Will. Fired a one-hopper right to Dylan. The runner slides right into the tag, and that's the reason you bring the infield in. And Coach Corset's going to come back out. Probably have a conversation with what to do here, and the runners on first and second. So that's going to set up runners at the corners, 2 out after the fielder's choice. Going to bring up number 11 for West Central. Runner goes, there's a roller. Glove by Brooks, and he's going to drop it, and all the runners are going to be safe. Oh, it's exactly what you want. Hit right to him, and just hit the heel of his glove and bounced out. The runner was off with the pitch, so he had to go to first, and I think he was thinking about it too much. And that's going to bring home the third run of the game for West Central. So first and second now. Curveball in there for strike one to Gunner. That is fly to right. Under it is Abbott and makes the catch, and that will do it here in the 6th. West Central gets 2 more, and they lead 3-0. And your Chargers are down to their last 6 outs as we head to the bottom of the 6th. right, that's going to bring up Pete here to lead off in the 6th. Heart of the order coming up, 3, 4, 5. There's a ground ball in the hole, and that is going to be a leadoff single for Pete Samp. As that ball gets by the left fielder, Pete's going to take 2, and that is going to be a single and an error, and your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers are in business here with the leadoff runner on second, and brings up Harry Nichols. That is exactly the kind of start we needed here in the 6th. We're just all waiting for Harry, who is an exceptional hitter, to really get it going. As Pete's at second for the 3rd time today. Harry, I'm not going to lie, you got to lean into that one, man. That's in you. That's right at your leg. Get on base. Bring the tie and run up. Either way, he looks at ball 1. And that's going to be in for strike 1. So 1-1 here to Harry. DK on deck. Waits on that curveball and swings over the top of it. So Harry in a 1-2 hole here. Gots to find a way to get this ball at least to the right-hand side to move Pete over to third. There's a ground ball up the middle. Pete's going to move up. There's a high throw and glove. Harry gets a job done, though. Gets the runner over. And that's a good piece of hitting. Defensive swing, which is what you needed. Get the runner over to third. Bring up DK. We have been looking at that pitch all day long. The outside part, it's not even on the plate. It's the white of the other batter's box. But DK's been behind the plate all day. He's got to know to go out and get that pitch. And he holds off on that high one. That's good discipline. And so 1-1. Infield's playing back, so on a ground ball, they're going to take the out, and Pete should be able to score, but DK's got to put the ball in play. As that curveball hits him, and that is going to bring up Abbott Moeller. So we're going to get a runner here for DK. So Caden Coulterman's going to come in and run for DK. And Abbott Moeller in a good spot here. Way outside. I'd be shocked here if Coach Gorsett sent Caden. And Abbott looks at strike 1. Hayden Gorsett on deck. Oh, late swing as he's behind that fastball. So Abbott behind here, 1-2. Runner goes, checks his swing, throws back to the mound, and so Abbott looks at ball 2, and then we have a stolen base from Caden Coulterman. So runners at second and third. 2-2 count here to Abbott. There's a high chopper. That's going to score P. Abbott running, and he is going to be out. And it's going to be an RBI ground out, but it's going to put your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers on the board. So your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers go 5 2/3 in this game and 7 innings, so 12 2/3 scoreless innings broke here in the bottom of the 6th. And we're going to get a pinch runner. So Liam Butzman's going to come in and pinch run at third with Hayden Dorsett up. Ball misses way outside. There's a ground ball up the middle. Ranges the second baseman, gloves, throws and fires, and Hayden is going to be retired at first. So your Chargers cut into the lead, and they get 1. They leave 1. And we're going to head to the 7th with your Chargers down 3-2. All right, Will's going to come in here to pitch the 7th. And number 25 is going to lead off here for West Central. Oh, I don't know. Man, that's been a strike pretty much all the game. Not sure where that one was. Chopper, gloved by Pete, and steps on first for the first out of the 7th. So that's going to bring up number 13. for the Trojans. Will rocks and fires and bounces one in there for ball number 1. Here's the 1-0. Missed outside. So Will behind here, 2-0. And Will behind 3-0. In there for strike number 1. In there for strike number 2. He's trying to get this walk, and Will refuses to let him have it. So here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a good job by Will as he's able to get a strikeout. Worked all the way back from a 3-0 count to get the punch out. So 2 down now here in the 7th. And number 8 is going to step in here. A 1-2-3 inning for Will will be fantastic to give your Chargers a shot in the 7th. That is way, way outside. Swing and a miss. It's going to even the count at 1-1. There is strike number 2 as he swings over top of that one. So Will is a strike away here from a 1-2-3 inning. And there it is. Catches that white of the batter's box. It's called a strike all day. So your Chargers coming up in the bottom of the 7th, and they're going to need 2 to extend this game and 3 to win it. And coming up is going to be Trey Pater, Will Foch in the top of the Coltrane is going to come in and hit. Caden Coltrane is going to come in and hit here in the bottom of the 7th. And there's a foul ball back at us. Looks like Coach Gorset is going to clear the bench because Maddox Munson is in the on-deck circle. There's a high chopper to the shortstop, glove by Gunner, throws and retired Caden by a step. No, never mind. They're going to send Maddox back, and Will's going to hit for himself. I think they're trying to get the tying run on to give Maddox a chance. And Will looks at strike one. And that's in there for strike two. Here's the 0-2. That about hit him. Tell Will you just got to stay where that is. You got to take that. Any way to get a runner, any way to get on base right now. Ground ball foul into the dugout of West Central. So Will stays alive here, 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss. And that's gonna, Maddox is gonna come in and hit for Brooks. I can't imagine that Coach Alfson's going to call anything other than curveballs here. Maddox has 2 career home runs against West Central. Whoa! And that pitch is thrown behind him. Pretty sure as he takes a long look down at the West Central dugout. I think he was looking for Coach Alfson. And that ball misses way outside. There's a line drive, and that is going to be into left center, and that is going to be a hit for Maddox. As that ball was smoked. So Brooks is going to come in and then run for Maddox. So Maddox does his job, and now it's up to Tate Connell, who also has home run power. And Pete Samp waiting on deck, who's got a couple hits on the day. That ball misses way outside. Looks at strike one. So that evens the count here to Tate to 1-1. Big cut by Tate. Tate wanted every bit of that. And so your Chargers are down to their last strike. Bounces in there. 2-2 here to Tate. Tate's got to find any way on possible here in front of Pete. Way outside. So Tate working the count full. Brooks will be off with the pitch. And Tate with a ton of speed, so he has the opportunity to beat out a grounder. There goes the runner. There's a long fly ball that's down the right field line, going into foul territory. Is the right fielder, and he makes the catch. And that is going to do it for your Chargers as the rally comes up short. And they are going to drop their second game this week by a score of 3-1 to the West Central Trojans. I want to thank everybody for listening, and we will be back on Monday as your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers will take on Hanson, Bridgewater, and Emory. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll talk to everybody next week.